Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeChara, CPA extraordinaire, coming to you live from downtown Bethpage, Long Island, New York, for another amazing episode of How to Win at Business. And today, if and every day, if you're watching live, give me a hashtag live in Facebook. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. And give me some kind of feedback. I love getting feedback on these platforms because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like people are actually watching. And if nobody's watching, it doesn't really matter because then this is all for practice. But that would actually be a shame. Now, if you are watching and you like masterminds or you don't even know what masterminds are, I want to invite you to go to mastermindwithjoedechara.com. Okay. That's the link, Mastermind with Joe DeChara. I've been telling people it's Mastermind with Joe. I forgot DeChara. So if you're one of those people, you're going to Mastermind with Joe, let me see if that's even a site. Let's try it now because now I'm curious. Joe.com. Okay, I think it's available. I'm going to buy it right now. Sorry, folks, but anybody could buy this. But I'll do that after our thing here. The thing that we're going to talk about is once again, I'm going to be talking about this a lot because I have to. It's my job to talk about the IRS because it is probably the biggest threat to a small business owner, especially an uninformed business owner. An informed business owner, the IRS is just like they're there, they're not going anywhere. And you can fly under the radar. And if you want to know how, I have my timewithjoe.com is scrolling down, below me and my name. And the reason is because I want to connect with you. If you have a question about taxes or your business, our mastermind, or you just want to know how to get started, please go to timewithjoe.com and I will be glad to chat with you. Now, I see we do have a comment. Now, I've been doing this for a while, and just recently I found out that there's a button up here that says comments, and when the number pops up, I can see it. So I don't know. A lot of times it just says Facebook user. I don't know how to go into Facebook and see I'm not that. It's one of the things that I'm not good at, and I stay away from it. But this Facebook user, this was another thing that I figured out. You can click on the comments, and so somebody's making fun. I don't know who you are, but I will find you because after the episode, I go on Facebook and I see who's been stalking me, who has comments, who I want to be friends with, and hopefully either we're already friends or we're soon to be friends. So let me get this annoying banner out of the way because it's distracting. And over the rest of probably my life, unless something drastic happens, I'm going to be talking about the IRS, how to fly under the radar, how to deal with them, how to solve what might seem like a problem, a tax problem that you think may never be able to be fixed because maybe you tried to do it yourself. Maybe you hired somebody and it either only got worse, or it didn't get better, or it was just pushed off into the future because that's what a lot of people do that get into tax problems. And that's really not the way to approach it. And I'm going to be talking about all the different tricks and strategies that I've learned over 35-year career working with thousands of business owners, handling I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of tax audits of all kinds, mostly sole proprietors, and that tells you something. None of them were my clients. It was one of them was my client, and it was my first tax audit. It was a college buddy. We did a Facebook live on it, and it was basically because I wasn't a CPA. That's one strike against him. I think he made over 125 grand. That was another strike against him, because when you make that much money as a sole proprietor, you're a target. So I see we have another comment up here. Oh, it's Lay, my friend Lay, one of my favorite new clients, my favorite video guru. She's like popping out videos for us as fast as I can give them to her. So hi Lay. I ordered my new mic. As you could see, I don't have my headphones on. It's not because I can't wear them. It's because they stopped working. Another thing I learned about this stuff that we're doing, the Zoom meetings, the lives, all these videos, it requires technology. And I could plug stuff in. I'm not too bad at it. But when it breaks and it doesn't work, I'm lost. I go to Google. I go to Google for everything. But, I type in, how do you fix blah, blah, blah webcam? Because my webcam went out right before, and this happened like an hour and a half ago. I was going on a podcast. I was on the webcam before. I was in a Zoom meeting, and it was working. Everything was working. I get out of that meeting and I go to the podcast, and nothing is working. My headphones. Now, so yeah, I unplugged everything. I restarted. Long story short, we persevered because I figured that my phone still had a microphone and a webcam and a camera. And I don't know if anybody even knew that I was on my phone. I'll find out when I see the replay. But, so it's kind of strange. My headphones still aren't working. I don't know if they're broken or it's another thing. But as far as I have a Logitech webcam, and I think when I bought it, it was top of the line. Now that was a couple of years ago. I thought that the webcam was broken. So I can't not have a webcam because I'm on video a lot, either in a meeting or doing a live or something. So I was going to go out. I was going to do my second 45-minute workout. That's right, Lay. I'm getting it done early because I don't know if you saw my post today. I'm learning. I'm almost done with my gallon of water. I got this and this. And don't worry about the plastic. I'm not using plastic like this anymore. I got a gallon water jug. I just got to get filtered water, and so I'll be saving the environment. Right now, I recycle these. I get a nickel for every one of them, and I'm using that for my Facebook ads that I hope Lay is going to also help me with. Lay, why don't you put your contact info in the chat? That's your bonus for always following me. And so the solution, so I found the solution with the webcam, and I don't understand it. I downloaded their software. I downloaded the Logitech software, which I thought I had on my computer to begin with. It turns out it's not there, but it might not have ever been there because I bought this. I got this computer 2 years ago, and I bought the webcam actually maybe 5 years ago. That's how old it is. I think I got to upgrade it now. But so I download the software for it, and you got timewithlay.com? Elizabeth got timewithelizabeth.com. I got timewithjoe.com. we're starting a movement. We should start a Facebook group or something. We can raise money for charities with timewithblank.com. So I downloaded the Logitech software, planning on doing this Facebook Live on my phone, and I installed it and it worked. I don't get it, but I don't have to get it as long as it's working. And if it's not working, I'm just going to go to the store and buy a new one. I don't care if I have to buy a new computer, but this is my business. And that's one of my stories, and I'm sticking with it. Yes, I tried the driver update. I tried a lot of things. And, when I look at how much time I'm putting into fixing something versus spending the money, you got to weigh, well, is it worth me spending 4 hours trying to fix this? So here's Lay's. I thought, no, this is Lay's, but you already put it in the chat. So why am I even mentioning it? Because we love you. That's why. So let me get on to the topic, because I haven't really been talking about anything specific about the IRS, other than I'm going to be talking about the IRS a lot. And if you don't want to hear it, then I guess don't watch. But if you're in business, I'm going to be talking about stuff that you have to hear about, because we are at war with the IRS, folks. I know my friend Elizabeth doesn't like to look at it that way. She wants me to be like the happy. That's my daughter. I just said I'll call you back because I'm a busy guy. But, Elizabeth wants me to be like, oh, let's work with the IRS. Let's try to, let's be friends with them. No, they're not our friends. The organization, the individuals that work there, we could be friendly with them. I am friendly with them. I'm respectful. I feel for them. It's not their fault they work for a terrible government organization that's totally out of control, totally broken. They're just trying to make a living and maybe get a pension and some health benefits when they retire. I could respect that. But their mission is evil. And I'm going to cover this. The IRS's mission, they have one real mission, and that's to collect taxes. I remember, back in the olden days, like 100 BC, when they had tax collectors. Those people were hated. They were like thieves. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. They just changed their name to the IRS. Okay, they went from independent, like tax collectors, over 2,000 years later. Now they're just the IRS, the biggest collection agency in the universe, as far as I know. There's a lot of collection agencies. I don't know if you combine all the collection agencies together, if they'd be as big as the IRS, especially after the IRS hires another 80,000 plus agents. They're going to double their size for one reason. They want to collect another $7 trillion from people they say are not paying their fair share of taxes. Now, who are those people? They're not the rich people. They're not the big corporations. They already got them covered. See, the big corporations, Amazon, the IRS has offices in their offices. They're overseeing everything that they do. Yeah, wealthy individuals, yeah, they if they're trying to cheat the government is going to be on them. But they're a small percentage, a very small percentage of all of the taxpayers. So let me put this in perspective. There's over 30 million US-based businesses. That goes from Walmart and Amazon and Elon Musk, all the way down to the little old sole proprietors that are just starting, a home-based business, or they're sole proprietors and they don't even know it, like an Uber driver. anyone that gets a 1099 is a sole proprietor and is on the IRS's radar. I've talked about this a lot. Sole proprietors are in the most danger when the IRS, it's already started. They're targeting, and the reason is because they're the easiest prey. The IRS gets the most bang for the buck when they go after sole proprietors, but that's a whole nother topic. Tonight, what I want to talk about is, I get, as a CPA, as a professional tax preparer, I actually get emails from the IRS. And a lot of times I like to use those emails to make a point. And the email today was, the subject was taxpayers can find answers to questions. And I'm going to share this with you. Now, I wish I could share the link, but they don't make it like that. I almost didn't share it. I can't make it any bigger. But this is what, and, we have a workshop that we're doing for tax problem resolutions. We're putting it together for this month. It's going to be, I think, September 21st on Tuesday, but you'll be able to go to my website and see that as soon as we update it. But so all of the, a lot of the stuff that they're talking about, like how the IRS is going to help you solve your tax problem. That's like, okay, where is it? That's like getting arrested and asking the police officer to defend you in court. Okay? That's like, what do they say? I don't even know if it's as bad as being your own attorney. If you do this on your own, and you'll be, I'm going to show you how to do some of this stuff on your own if you just can't afford to hire somebody like me, because that's the truth. A lot of people get into these problems because they already have financial difficulties. And a lot of the financial difficulties were caused by the IRS in the first place. So instead of sharing the email with you, I'm just going to go through some of the topics. So, and I'm going to explain why you should not use the IRS to try. But they do have some tools and some resources that you need to be aware of, and let's cover them here. So the first one is they tell you about payment options. Now, I'll tell you right now, if you owe less than $10,000, it's really, really easy. You don't even have to talk to anybody from the IRS. You could just go on their website, you find, IRS payment options, or do what I do with all of my tax research. I just go to Google and I say, how do I make a payment plan if I owe less than $10,000? And it'll take it. It's amazing. Somebody was talking today about, it was one of my favorite podcasters, Andy Frisella, about, how long it takes to become successful. And it took him a long time, over 10 years. And he coaches people now on becoming successful. And he says it's a lot different now. You could start a business and be doing over 10 grand a month in 2 or 3 years because of the internet, social media. They didn't have that before. And now you can use it to solve your tax problems. When I started, I used to have to actually go to an IRS office. And that's another thing. A lot of things, and it goes for you and against you because the IRS is using the technology too. So first of all, they're using the AI, everything. They've been using that stuff, analytics, before there was even an internet or Google. So they're using their software, even though their systems are antiquated when it comes to customer service, answering the phones, access to information. But the collection stuff, they didn't miss a beat during COVID. they forgot or didn't know how to send out like 26 million tax refunds. But my clients were still getting collection notices. In fact, there was a glitch in the IRS's system, and I talked about this, where they skipped the process. There's a process that has to happen when you owe the IRS money. First, they tell you you owe us money, even if you don't. Then 30 days later, you get what they call a 30-day letter, which says, hey, you owe us money, pay it. Then you get a 90-day letter, which is, oh, we're planning on levying your bank account unless you pay us or come up with a reason. And then you get a notice of intent to levy, which means any day now they're going to, and there's actually 2 notices of intent to levy. If you get, one with like some kind of secret code on top, that means they can take it anytime. A lot of times they send you a notice of intent to levy and they're giving you, a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to resolve it. And, that's very kind of them. But so if you owe them less than $10,000, you can easily make a payment plan online. Now, if you owe more, you have options. So my aunt used to work at the IRS. I've mentioned this, and she would try to help people take care of their situation, because a lot of times they would call and not even know what to ask or what they were supposed to do. So, a lot of times, if you can get through, you see, that's another thing. If you can get through to find out information from them, they may or may not give you the right information, because this is the truth when it comes to payment plans. They have guidelines, and that's what people have to understand. Guidelines are not the same as the law or what actually happens. Every situation has to be based on the facts and circumstances for that person. So sometimes there's, reasonable cause. There's reasons why they owe money, why they won't be able to pay. Maybe they qualify for an offer in compromise. The Taxpayer Bill of Rights also says that every taxpayer has the right to be represented. So that tells me that the agents that you're talking to have a responsibility to say, you could have a CPA, tax attorney, enrolled agent handle this for you. But I've never heard them say that. I never have asked a client I have asked clients that had to, before, because I would never let a client talk to the IRS. The ones that were unfortunate enough to have to talk to them never was told that they can get a representative. But that's on the Taxpayer Bill of Rights, which is published by the IRS. It's on the IRS website. So going to them to explore your payment options is a mistake. Maybe you qualify to have everything wiped off in an offer in compromise, or most of it, or some of it. Maybe you have interest and penalties that can be abated. Why would you want to pay something that you don't have to pay? Well, that's what happens. Now, they also have payment plans, and I'm going to end this with this because I have to go do my workout. And so, so you could go on the website and see what they have, because I send people here to set up their own IRS account, download their transaction, their transcripts, so they know what the IRS has on them. Because a lot of times you don't even know, or there's a mistake in there. So, and like I said, when you go here, if you owe less than $10,000, you could easily make an installment agreement. And I think that's it for tonight, folks. I've gone on way too long, 25 minutes. I hope you had the time. If you watch this to the end, okay, and you email me your address, I am going to send you a brownie for as a reward for going through this. And I hope the sound is okay. If it's not, I already explained the technical difficulties. Lay, I have the professional mic coming. I think it's probably at my son's house right now. That's where I have my Amazon delivered, because I know that it won't be stolen from there. It's probably there. I'll pick it up tonight and I'll try to install it. And hopefully tomorrow we will have a whole new professional setup. All right. That's my story, folks. I'm sticking with it. Thank you for watching. I will be uploading this to YouTube. So if you're watching it on YouTube, it means that I was successful. So God bless, and I will see you soon. Thank you.